ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಮಂಜುಳಾ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ಅಂಗವಿಕಲರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊ ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ನಾವು ಈಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್, ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ.
Picture of strength, definition of humility, a synonym for nurture and care, the woman. Juggling the family and the harsh world outside with the precision of a tight rope walker, and while doing so, sacrificing her own existence completely, the mother. And what better society and country than our own to know how to appreciate this blessing of God to the world. Pages of Indian history and mythology are filled with great, strong and humble women who didn't blink once before laying their lives for the sake of their dignity, family and country. Earlier, the enemy was an outsider. Today, our women face different kinds of challenges and struggles, more so if they are from rural areas and not well educated. And it only adds on to their woes if they are physically disabled. The recent adverse development of decline in the employment rate of working disabled people from 42.7% in 1991 to 36.6% in 2010 is further discouraging. Our rural disabled folks might be illiterate, but they are no less intelligent. They might be poor, but are humble and content. They are equally employable as most of their urban counterparts. Fortunately, even in this cutthroat competitive market, we have a few organizations that have their hearts in the right place. They have taken the initiative of supporting such sections of society financially and emotionally by collaborative known as self-help groups. One such well-known and successful organization which supports and sustains such a novel initiative is Pointec.
This company was established in 1994 with about 4 machines and about 20 employees. Today we have nearly about 100 machines and we employ close to about 500 people. Our business is mainly manufacture and export of ball pens, gel pens and mechanical pencils. We manufacture 10 million components a day and convert them into about 1.5 to 2 million pens and pencils every day. We don't make expensive pens here, we make only simple everyday writing instruments which work very well. In all, we export close to about 500 million pens and pencils every year. We supply pens and pencils to Sanford LLP, who own the Papermate brand. Also, we supply to customers like Walmart. In India, we supply to customers like Link and ITC. Our products are exported to close to about 45 countries all over the world. The credit goes to employees. It's a 24-hour activity. In ballpen manufacturing and mechanical pencil manufacturing, the major work what is involved is molding all the components. The molding machines that we have are capable of running hours together to manufacture millions and millions of components. It's just not only the molding machines that are important, but also the molds that we manufacture and we use in the production. Most of our molds are imported from Korea, and we also have a tool room where we manufacture all these molds. And these molds are put into operation and they produce millions of components. The barrel mold we have here for the pencils, each mold has produced close to about 80 to 90 million components. Similarly, the barrel molds that we are using for our pens and for our caps, the end plugs, various components. Refill assembly machines also produce millions of refills and they have to work non-stop. So all our employees are trained not only to produce on the machines but also to maintain the machines in such condition that the machines don't stop at all. We work continuously. The level of expertise that is required to maintain these machines and to utilize these machines for giving the output is very high. Producing the components is one thing, but to put them together, assemble it to a complete product has been a challenge. We make good quality pens and we conform to all the ethical requirements because we employ a large number of people here. Right from the raw materials, from the time they come into the factory until such time they are converted to finished products and sent out of the factory, they go through series of quality control measures. They involve in-process inspections and final quality inspections. Levels that we have achieved as far as quality is concerned is close to about 500 ppm levels. These quality standards are exceptionally good.
We manufacture more than 10 million components, and out of which 50% is sent outside for sub-assemblies. For pencils, we need to plan 2 to 3 weeks in advance. Since there are a lot of variants involved, like the type of packaging, the color of the pencil, and the type of the pencils. The components are sent out in crates for distribution and are brought back. It's checked for quality and quantity.
We maintain the quality standard with the AQL level of 0.65%, which is well within the customer's requirement, and this is happening for last 6 years.
Janapriya Seva Mandali came to me, then I realized that there is a big window of opportunity available to us to provide them with an opportunity to lead a dignified life.
ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಮಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ಬಳಗರಹಳ್ಳಿಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಮೊದಲು ಅಂಗವಿಕಲರಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಾನು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಶ್ಚಾತ್ತಾಪ ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ನಾನು SLC ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. SLC ಮಾಡಿ ನನಗೆ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಾಗಲ್ಲ, ನಿನ್ನ ಕೈದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
According to the Consensus of India, the percentage population of PWDs, persons with disabilities, is between 4 and 6%. That means there are around 30 to 40 million people who suffer from some kind of disability.
Most of the women belong to communities that did not allow women to go out and work.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಅಂತ, ನಾನು ಚಂದಾಪುರ ಅಂದರೆ ಚರ್ಚಲ್ಲಿರೋದು. ಹಂಗೆ ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ, ನಾವು 5 ಜನ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು, ನಾನು 4 ನೋಡ. ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಾಗ ನಂಗೆ ಹೊಡಿತಿದ್ರು, ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿನೇ ನನಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ನನಗೆ. ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಯಾರು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ದೂರ ತೊಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಯಾರು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ದೂರ ತೊಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇವರು ಒಂದು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ದೇವ್ರು ನನಗೊಂದು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬರೋ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರು. ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕೊರತೆನೇ ಇತ್ತು. ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬರೋ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರು, ಬಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರು, ತುಂಬ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರು. ಇವಾಗ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು.
The social stigma, discrimination and ever-declining employment rate which such differently abled brothers and sisters of our country face could be brutally devastating for them both emotionally and financially.
6-7 years back, we thought we take the help of the uneducated, underprivileged women in and around our factories who live in the villages, train them, make them assemble these, because all these components can be assembled by hand. We have people here who are working within the factory and outside the factory with disability.
ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಒಂದೇ ಸಮ ಇವರು ಡಿಸೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆಸೆ. ನಮಗೆ
ದೇವರು ಮುಖಾಂತರ ದೇವರು ನನಗೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರದಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾನೇ ವೇದನೆ ಪಡ್ತದೆ, ತುಂಬಾನೇ ದುಃಖ ಪಡ್ತದೆ ನನ್ನ ಜೀವಿತದಲ್ಲಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇವಾಗ ಬರೋವಾಗ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗೇ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಂತೋಷ. ಇವಾಗ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಒಂಥರ ಜ್ಞಾನನ ಒಂಥರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ದೇವ್ರ ಕೃಪೆಯಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
We were introduced to an NGO by name Janapriya Seva Mandali, and this NGO wanted to provide employment to self-help groups. These self-help groups are basically group of women who organize themselves into self-help groups, and they are willing to do all kinds of work. So it was a very big challenge for us because most of the self-help group members were not educated.
ನಾನು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ನನಗೇನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ನನ್ನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಾದಷ್ಟು ನಾನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ಬಟ್ಟೆ, ನನ್ನ ಊಟಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ದುಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ಕಾಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನೋ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂಗವಿಕಲರು ಕೂಡ, ಅಂಗವಿಕಲ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ನಾನ್ ಡಿಸೇಬಲ್ ಬಡವರು ಏನಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಹಕಾರ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ರೆಡಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್.
ಎಲ್ಲರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇದೀವಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಭಾವನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರಂತೆ ನಾವು ಸಹ ಬದುಕಬಲ್ವು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅವರು ಈಗ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವಾಗ
ನಾವು ತುಂಬ ಬಡತನಲ್ಲಿದ್ವಿ, ಆದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಕ್ಕಿಂದ ಇವಾಗ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಫೀಸ್ ಅದು ಮತ್ತು ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಫುಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೊಂದ್ಸರಿ.
And this way we are able to provide employment to people who are disabled, people who are illiterate, people who are underprivileged, people who belong to socially backward classes, minorities, people who cannot go out of their homes and work because of family constraints or because of social customs. And we find a lot of happiness in providing employment to people who are generally not employable.
The world has always looked up to India for its humanness, brotherhood and spirituality. So, apart from PSUs, if private firms too come forward and excel in their social responsibilities, the world would be a happy place for our differently abled countrymen and for us. Pointec has already implemented it so compassionately and brought accolades and recognition to the nation on world stage.
We've been awarded the Helen Keller Award for the year 2011. This is for providing employment opportunities to the disabled.
As Swami Vivekananda said, you can help the weak only if you are strong yourself. Similarly, for organizations to generate and provide jobs to our less privileged sections of the society, they need to have a strong brand name and presence in this globalized and ever-connected world market.
ನಾನು ಈ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 7 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಷಯದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೂ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಮನೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ದುಡಿಬೇಕು, ಗಂಡಸನ್ನು ದುಡಿಬೇಕು.
My role in this esteemed concern is preparing the export documents, issuing of C-form, which are tedious. These are all the roles which are done as an account assistant. Here I feel very, very free and very, very friendly environment, and I will be treated as an equal person about other than my disability. Speaking about my disability, I come in the category of CP with 75% of disability.
Being differently abled is a cruel equalizer. It affects all, men and women, old and young, poor and rich, equally. Let us provide them equal opportunities and equal share of happiness and joy, so that when one goes back home, he is welcomed with pride in their eyes and smile on their faces.
have you heard about Shivkasi? What for it is famous for? They say yes, it is for crackers. We wanted them to make this place known for mechanical pencils.